Blessings, brothers and sisters. We're going to kind of go with a little different style than I normally do. I don't really do the talk in front of the camera stuff there, excuse me. But anyways, we're going to talk a little bit about mental and astral projection. I've had this workbook for a long time. I've done it a couple of times. I just picked it back up to start again and kind of do the workbook with you guys, okay? I'm not very good at keeping up with trying to do this on a day-to-day basis or anything like that. Most of my stuff is usually just, okay, I need to do this, I need to go help somebody or something like that for projection. Then I do it. Definitely what he has formed here with a lot of people's consciousness or a lot of people's understanding is very true with having our mental and our astral projection levels split into 2 points. Now there's very fine lines in between all of those. There's many different points in there that you're going to feel within your projection. And thing when you're projecting is a lot of times it's so easy to get out of time, basically, and to stay within that time frame, especially when you're doing more mental projection, where you're just kind of sitting and you're projecting yourself out without really doing any energy work to pull anything of your inner body out or your light body that's inside there. Kind of jumping ahead of myself of what we really need to be working with, but mental is definitely the place to start, because that's really going to help you form your inner body and you'll be able to project that mental self out there, so that when you're out there, you're not just this floating thing around. You are something that's stationary, a vibratory rate out there. That's the biggest thing that I see on a lot of other people's videos that they're not really stating, is they're not really stating any of the other facts with all these other levels that come in there. I'm just like, yeehaw, here we go. I went out to La La Land. When I was there, I saw pink elephants and good stuff, which is all fine and dandy, but are you truly bringing back information when you're going like that? Hard to say. So that's why I say start with your mental, okay? Because then you know when you're projecting, if you're projecting in a true time frame, okay, or if you're projecting to a past history, a realm or whatever time existence that hasn't even occurred yet, or there's so many variances. So it's very easy to bring back so much false information, and to bring back information and try and bring that to other people, it doesn't work very well, because it all is tied into your feelings, and your projection and your thoughts don't portray to the whole world and how everybody else is seeing things and feeling things. So back to it again. Start with the mental. That's why I suggest this book. It's this guy started the school for a reason. So with the mental, basically you start with that first one in his pages. Is you're going to sit in your house, and I'm going to go over what I did here. I always take down my notes of what I did, and it's all scribble handwriting there. So sometimes it's broke up and it kind of doesn't, you have to add little parts because you're like, whoa, I didn't really make sense with what I was writing. But that's part of it when you're coming out. You're only getting bits and pieces, but you need to make sure you get all of that out. So in your mental point, let's start there before we ever work into any astral travel or trying to do any of that, okay? So sit in your nice little comfy spot, either on the floor so you're not going to pass out. If you can sit in your couch, that's fine too. Definitely don't be working on any standing or car projections or anything like that right away. Where you need to be is just in your house where you're comfortable. A lot of people like their bed in the evening. For me, that doesn't work. I don't come back very well. I go to one land and then poof, I'm off somewhere else, and I don't remember where I've been. So that's why we're going to work in short, small intervals, so we can work on making ourselves better and better and bigger, and know that the knowledge we're getting and receiving and bringing back to us is the knowledge that we need and is true. Okay? So, like I said before, when you're going, the biggest thing is to stay in your present moment. So ask for that. Ask to be here. Ask for things that are going to be shown to you that are here now. All beforehand, before you go. Feel that present moment before you go. Walk in that. Okay. After you're at that point, feel yourself nice and calm, sitting there on your couch, wherever you're sitting. And then you're just gonna, to that nice, even, easy stage. If you feel muscles starting to tense up, I want you to just relax, open your eyes again, take a big deep breath, and then start tensing up wherever those are at. If they're in your hands, tense all those muscles up. If they're in your legs or your feet, tense those muscles up. Tense them all the way up and then relax them. Do that a couple times to your body, and then you'll find that by tensing those up, you're less anxious while you're trying to meditate or trying to do any projections. So do that and then relax all the way. Once you're relaxed, just feel yourself there. And then feel yourself start to get up. And you're going to be seeing this. You're going to see this in your mind's eye, right there in that nice, beautiful picture spot. Picture yourself walking wherever you're going. I like to use the bathroom. We're there all the time, but we move things all the time in there. So trying to know if it's really his present moment or if it's last week. Pretty easy to tell. So same with the kitchen. You know, you move things there all the time. Even in 15-20 minutes ago, some people are very good with photographic memories and can pick up what they left there, 3-4 hours later. Some people aren't. So better you do that in your present day moment and make mental notes of where things are. You'll start to be able to do that on the other side. So, but like I said, you're walking down to wherever you're going, to your kitchen, to your hallway. You're going to get to that point. You're going to look in there. You're going to look around. You're going to see, is there anything here? Okay, I see this. Oh, nice. Look at that. Nice arrowhead bottle. You're going to make little notes, excuse me, little points on it. I want you to pick out any little thing, like here on mine I wrote out that I've seen a round white cylinder next to blue something, and then 2 more blur spots, which are important. You need to mark out blur spots, even if you're not really seeing something there. You're still seeing something there. That means that there is something vibrating there. Whether or not you can tell that it is made of form, then it's still there. So make those little points. As soon as you see those, then move on. And then like here I see the kid's flosser at the sink edge and the kid's toothbrush, different things like that. And then this is pretty easy. That happens to all of us. I had a little itch, and then boom, snapped me right back. Okay. And so I only had just a little bit in that first little projection. Most of this is just the first getting there. Walking to, seeing the toilet, stuff like that, and then so I repeated immediately, followed again. I wrote down what I had done, and then I went back through in here, and then I did my checklist, and boom, I got a star next to that one. So I could see the whistle in the soap dish. The thing I got next to the toilet was right. Some other bottle stuff. One thing that I couldn't see was the cat bed on top of the thing. I'd seen a dark spot, but I couldn't tell that there was a cat bed on top of the little cat house in the corner of our hallway. Right around that corner in there. But anyways, just lots of little things. Make those little notebooks for yourself. That's really where it's at. Because then you can go back and check and go, oh wow, I did do really good, or whoa, I didn't remember anything that was there. If you're doing it as a remember and trying to project into a past, but if you're into your present moment, okay, That's really going to clue you in. That's why sometimes it's better to go to a place that you haven't been a lot, like your bathroom or your kitchen, okay? And go to, like, I have an outside shed or two. One is a jewelry area. Going out there and going into a couple different areas, it's very easy for things to get moved around out there, and there's a billion things. So it's a very good area to go out and pick up on those little things. So basically, once you get in the habit of doing all of those little mental projections, and do it, throughout your day when you're going to the bathroom or something, and you just have that extra 10 or 15 minutes, and you're having your little 10-15 minute break during the day or at your lunch break or something, and whatever, if somebody thinks you're taking a nap, just close your eyes and project to your home, and then when you get home, boom, write it down. From your work, write it down and get there and be like, oh shoot, I didn't get that right, I didn't get that, but I did get that bottle was sitting there, oh, I did get that those keys were sitting there, oh, that book was there. There's so many different little things that you'll be able to see and start picking up as soon as you start opening that third eye, using that third eye, and mentally projecting that, okay? Because that's your basis form of being able to get your whole inner light body to project out. If this inner body can't see itself and where it's going, then you'll never ever have very good travel with your astral body. So, I don't know, there's probably a billion other things I could go into with this one. I don't really get into talking about this kind of stuff. I kind of let most other people do that, and there's definitely a lot of them out there. Most everything that I've seen is everybody kind of talking about their experience and their OBE and their OOBE, and it's very easy to have an out-of-body experience. As a child, I had nightmares of floating around in the room, and I'd wake up crying, and my dad and stepmom were like, you're fine, it's no big deal, you're just dreaming, you're in happy land in heaven, or just something. I can't even remember what it wouldn't call me, it wouldn't console me, because I could feel that I wasn't connected, I was not there, whether they believe me or not. So having an out-of-body experience is very woohooey and awesome, but you need to have control over it first. And that's why working with mental, projecting yourself there first and building that way will definitely suit you a lot better in the long run. We're always working on building our spiritual tool belt, people. So the better you build it and the more tools you have done correctly and rightly, the better it'll suit you later. You can't rush this. This is a lifetime or lifetimes thing. And most of the time we don't remember. We get to remember every time. The fun stuff, right? Nothing like coming back one more time. Well, I think that's probably enough anyways. And there's definitely some good stuff in there for you if you can't pull any information out of that. But definitely leave some comments if you like this, if you don't, if I should do any more of this, if not. Understand. Been getting lots of the good old hater stuff, but that's part of YouTube, right? So, much love though out there to all of you in the universe. Blessings, people.